Hi guys, Alan Hendricks here with Intentional Walk. When we think of the word integrity, we tend to only think about it in terms of telling the truth or not. But that's part of it for sure. But being a man of integrity is so much more than not telling a lie. When something has integrity, it means that it's undivided, it's whole, solid, intact. Think of the concept of structural integrity in engineering. When a building has structural integrity, it means that it can sustain and support the load for which it was designed. In the technology world, data is said to have integrity when there is no corruption in it. For something to have integrity means that it is as it is intended to be. When we think about integrity this way, the parallels of our lives quickly become apparent. To have integrity as a man of God is to have all of your life line up with your professed faith. Your thoughts, your actions, your words, all of these must reflect a heart that pursues Christ. This is what it means to have integrity. As we pursue a Christ-centered masculinity, the question of integrity of as we pursue a Christ-centered masculinity, the question of the integrity of our lives is an important one. Are you a man of integrity? The focus of the next 5 days will help you answer that question. Let's get to it. Day 6, integrity. Our home plate verse for today is Proverbs 12:22. Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who act faithfully are His delight. Have you noticed that lying seems to be perfectly acceptable in today's world? Remember the last big election? The distractors of both candidates accused them often and loudly of being liars. Integrity, or the lack thereof, was at the center of that election, which is humorous when you consider that lying seems to be the norm rather than the exception in our culture. People today lie without concern or consideration for the damage it might cause. The problem with this mentality for a man of God is that the Word of God tells us that Satan himself is the father of lies. In John 8:44, Jesus says that Satan does not stand in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks out of his own character, for he is a liar and the father of lies. Did you hear that? Jesus Christ says that if you are a liar, you are speaking the language of the devil himself. Notice Jesus doesn't distinguish between a big lie and a little lie. That kind of hair splitting is something that we came up with. No, Jesus sees only truth and dishonesty. It's pretty clear cut. Hear me say this. Dishonesty is very serious. Lying has no place in the life of a man of God. Colossians 3:9 tells us that our integrity is proof of our salvation. It says, "Do not lie to one another, seeing that you have put off the old self and its practices." So let me be clear. If you are a man who claims to be redeemed by the risen Christ, you should not be a man who makes the practice of lying. Bottom line, if that belongs to your old self. When we submit to the authority of Jesus Christ and declare Him Lord of our life, the things that bother God should also bother us. Adrian Rogers once said, "When you are saved by Christ, this doesn't mean that you never sin again, but it does mean that you're never comfortable with sin again." How comfortable are you with your level of personal integrity? Examine yourself. Are you a man of integrity? Can you be trusted to tell the truth? Does lying bother you? It should. Let's move now to processing the pursuit. Grab a pen and paper or use your phone to take notes, and pause the video whenever you need extra time to write your answers. Number 1, are you a man of integrity? If you answered yes, write in one sentence why integrity is so important to you. If you answered no, write how this makes you feel. Number 2, Proverbs says that if you are a man of integrity, God takes delight in your faithfulness. Why do you think this is? Number 3, what impact does your integrity have on your family or maybe your team? How are you leading them to pursue Christ by an example of your faithfulness? Well, that's day 6. I'd like for you to spend some time now in prayer and ask God to give you the strength as you work towards becoming a man He wants you to be. Then join us tomorrow as we continue our 40-day journey together.